Hello everyone and welcome to the guided playthrough of Outward Definitive Edition. And in this episode we're going to continue on where we left off yesterday. So let's check our journal first. Looking to the future. So before we proceed, our next main quest right here, go to a city and Mekar Forest, or we can choose one of it. So this one is not timed, so I would highly suggest for everyone that's new to this game, make sure you take your time. Basically get geared up, buy a better weapons, buy a better armor, everything else. Make sure you are prepared and understand fully how the game works before you continue on and proceed with the main quest. Because here's the thing, if you're playing the main quest or the faction quests, a lot of it are timed. There's a lot of time main quests in this game. It's not all, but some of it are timed, and basically if you do want to proceed with the faction quests, you're gonna get pressured on finishing those quests, and you cannot do the other side quests that also sometimes time. So I would highly suggest for any one of you that's new, go ahead and take your time, explore the world, maybe explore some dungeons, or you can follow what I'm doing. It's up to you. But for now, as we promised yesterday, we're going to upgrade our gear, which is our main weapon right now. So I'm just gonna remember what I say about the predator bones. I'm gonna pick it up now. We only need one because we already have one in our inventory. Gonna put the seaweed and the blue sand too. And let's see if we have anything else we can bring or sell. For now it looks good. Let's get this simple shoes and maybe we can sell it for an extra quick money. And you know what, let's take the predator bones and then sell it also the hide. Alright, I think we're good to go. Now let's proceed to the shop, and now I'm going to teach you how do we get the best starting weapon in the game. Alright, as usual, this is morning, around 6 AM. Okay, we're doing pretty well so far. Alright, let's talk to the blacksmith, shall we?
What could I do for you?
The shop.
Alright.
Alright, so now we're going to sell some of the stuff that we're not going to use anymore. This. I'm gonna sell only one predator bones because we need two. And we're going to sell 3 hide. Other than that, looks good. We also going to, oops, my bad. We're also going to sell our main weapon, which is the felling great axe. Okay. Alright, now we're going to buy one of these iron weapons. This is completely up to you. You don't have to follow what I'm buying right now. But once again, it's all preference. But because your first main weapon is a great axe, also you already got the special skill from Mr. who's that guy again? Mr. Burak. So if you want to stick using a great axe, that's also okay, but for this playthrough I'm gonna go for a weapon that's a little bit more safe to use and has a lot of range, which is probably the spear. So I'm gonna go for the spear for now in this playthrough. So we're gonna buy that for 25. Okay. We're not gonna equip it for now. We do need some linen cloth, and we do have 2 over here. So what you want to do now is we're going to craft a fang weapon. By doing so, just put 1 iron spear, put 2 predator bones, and then 1 cloth. With that, we're going to have a trident, a fang trident. And as you can see here, the damage is pretty damn good compared to our previous weapon. Let me show you. Let's compare it a little bit.
Alright.
Our felling great axe only deals 18 damage and it has pretty low attack speed, while this one is faster, much faster, and it has a lot of range, also a good block. So I would highly suggest, honestly, go for whatever weapons you like, but for my personal preference, or if you're really new to the game, or you just want to have a really safe combat, go for the spear. Definitely worth your time. Alright then, let's check our inventory before we head out. We got some water. Also, I forgot to mention yesterday, I picked up a random water skin inside a chest. So you guys probably not gonna have 2 water skin, probably only 1. But if you guys missed it out, there's another water skin over here. By this pool over here, and you can pick it up. Don't forget about that, because this is really important. You can also drink, because this is a clean water. Alright, for now, I think we look pretty good. We're not gonna buy an armor for now, because there's a lot of cool armor out there, and it's free. So for now, let's stick with our normal attire, and let's proceed to one of the side quests first, which is Helen Furnace and the alchemy crystal powder. We're gonna do this both at the same time, and then we're probably gonna go for the mana. But this one, like I said before in the first playthrough, mana is something optional. If you want to make a build that's pure physical, you do not need mana, because mana will just kind of slow you down or nerf you. But if you do want to build your character based on magic and other otherworldly stuff, go ahead and acquire some mana. But once again, if you're gonna go for mana, you're gonna reduce your maximum HP and your maximum stamina, and you can sacrifice it for an extra mana. So once again, I'll come back to preference, but on this playthrough, we do gonna get some mana. So before we head out for the Helen Fungus, there's actually a hidden secret cave over here, right in Ciezo. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go inside this place over here, just right under this whole house thing. And right now, let's go ahead and enter the Ciezo storage. So don't be afraid once you enter this cave or dungeon. There's only 2 enemies here, and they are relatively easy. They do have one move that will kinda kill you instantly if you do not have any armor or using a regular cloth. So be mindful of that. But it's really easy for you to dodge that one. You don't even need to dodge it. You can just basically walk on the right or walk to the left. It doesn't really matter. Alright, let's see what loot we can have here. A bedroll. We already have a 1 bedroll at home, and we don't want to make our bag feel heavier than now, so let's just keep it that way. Okay, we got another recipe. Let's see. We already know this recipe, so we can just sell this recipe. Pretty good chunk of silver for the beginners. There's a hatchet we can pick up, but definitely unnecessary. It's up to you. I'm gonna go get the salt and probably the spikes too. Alright, so this is one of the most important items that I want you to pick up here. This is a mining pick, and this is the only way we can obtain a mana stone for the alchemy crystal powder side quest. So make sure go ahead and pick this up, put it in your backpack, and we should good to go. Alright, so when we head up here, we're probably gonna see our first enemy roaming around this area. Let's see if he's here. I don't see any enemy. That's kind of surprising. Oh, there he is. Alright, we saw one. There's 2. Did we accidentally aggro 2? I think we do, yeah. It's fine though. So let me show you some cool trick. Remember when I said the lantern ability is kinda really good? Let me show you how it works. First, you do want to equip your lantern into your hand, like this. And then you want to lock onto the enemy and then just press the skill button. Like this. As you can see, it deals a lot of damage. Also, it does burning damage, which means you can just run around and the enemy's HP will just go down. So what you can do now is just keep circling around this place until he dies. But once again, it does require a lantern. But as you can see, it's really easy and safe to kill normal enemies in the early game with that. Alright, he has a wood and a trident, but we don't need it because we already have a better weapon, the Frank trident. Alrighty then, let's kill the other one. I think we lose aggro on him as well. Where is he? Okay, so he's right there. I'm just gonna put my back down here and ready for combat. The principle is still the same, just block and then circle it. Once he done like 1 or 2 attack, you can go ahead and strike him as well. Like that. See how much damage he does? That's because the crazy good fang weapon. And that's it. No need to dodge, no pressure, really easy peasy. Loot this guy, another cloth, okay. Let's check up here. I believe there's a iron vein. And one thing to note of, iron is not really a good thing in this game because you're gonna get it a lot of it anyway later on in the game. So I would not recommend you to just mine it right now. You can, I mean you technically can. You just mine it like this, it's fine, but it's not really necessary. You do get a thick oil sometimes, but it's not guaranteed. Thick oil can be used to refuel your old lantern by combining a lantern, a lantern and a thick oil, and you will refill it into full. But we still have full lantern, so we're not gonna do that. But iron scrap is kinda useless for now, and it's just gonna take a lot of inventory space for you, so I would not recommend you mine for iron for now. But hey, if you wanna do that, no worries. And that's it. There's nothing much going on in this place besides the mining pick I want you guys to pick up. That's why I never mentioned about this place or suggest you guys to go here, because this place is pretty much empty and useless except for the mining pick. So other than that, let's just go back here. There is one way though. If you keep continuing this dungeon, you will end up finding a cave door that will lead into the shore. Remember in the first episode where I tell you we do not want to enter this cave? That's where we're gonna go out from here. So if you want to do that, go ahead, but you cannot come back up here. It's a one-way down. But for now we're gonna continue on the Helen quest, so we're just gonna go back to the city and then go throughout the main door because it's way closer. Alrighty then. I think before we head out, we're gonna go for the Khazi trainers over here. Let me explain to you a little bit about how skills work in this game. Oh, before that, don't forget to assign this to my quick slot, maybe to the E, replacing the great axe. Alright. One thing to note of too, if you found an NPC that has a name like this, Roland, Barak, or anyone that can be talked to, like this guy over here, Oda and Ito, so you want to go talk to both of them because sometimes they can offer you to pay them like 50 silver and then they will teach you an ability, like this guy, Oda.
What can I do for you?
I'd like to talk, and there's a second option. I want to train with you. I can teach you a little Khazite trick. I can teach you a way to use a one-handed axe to cripple and slow your enemies. Is 50 silvers a fair price? Once again, this is all depends on you. If you use a one-handed axe, go ahead. There is a one-handed axe back down there in the storage if you do want to use that. But for now, because we are using a spear, 50 silver is kinda too much, so let's just say no. We do want to talk to Ito, and I want to train with Ito. Okay, here we are. This is one of the skill tree you can unlock or buy in this game. And first thing first, I want you to look at the word your resource over here. This is called a breakthrough point, and you only got 3. You cannot increase it at all. Once again, this is a limited resource and you only get 3 per character. You cannot add it. You cannot play a new game plus and get all the breakthrough back. No, it's only 3 for every characters in the game. And what this breakthrough point does, you can unlock this middle skill over here, and by doing this you will unlock the upper level of the skill tree. So you can unlock these 3 skills over here for free, not for free, but without spending your resource, but you have to pay silver for it. But for this one in the middle, you have to think about your build, like do you want this build, do you want this spell over here? If you do want this skill tree or these spells over here, then yeah, go for this. But once again, you cannot redo your action. So once you buy this, that's it. You cannot undo it, and your resource is only 2 left. So you can only have 3 builds, or basically 3 skill tree that you can fully unlock. But for now, let's ignore this middle part and go for this tree down here. We do probably gonna come back here once we have enough money, because this skill tree is actually pretty beginner friendly. And it deals a lot of damage as well, especially for beginners and for early games. Late games, not so much, but this is basically one of the friendliest skill tree you can unlock. But for now, let's take a look at this. Fitness. Increase your maximum health by 25 and the amount of health you restore by sleeping. The second one. Increase impact resistance by 10 while you are blocking. So there is 2 types of skill in this game. There's a passive skill and then there's an active skill, like this one. Passive skill, if you found on the downside of the skill tree, it's always worth it, because passive skill is basically just a instant buff to your character. It's a raw buff. So you do want to get these 2, especially these 2, because this one will increase your defense while blocking, and this one will increase your maximum health. So it's never bad. But for now, let's take fitness, because we only have 90 gold. This one is an active skill, so we're gonna have to use it manually, which is a shield charge. Rush forward to hit foes with your shield with high impact. Can hit the target twice. Once again, this one also pretty good, but it all depends on your build. If you're going for a 2-handed weapon build or a mage build, I wouldn't recommend this, but if you do want to wear a shield and a 1-handed weapon, hell yeah, it's worth it. But for now, let's go for fitness, and then that's it. We get an extra 25 health, and we get more healing by sleeping. Always good. Alright, back on track. Now we're gonna go to the first side quest. Helen's fungus. One thing to note, this game really doesn't tell you anything about the skill tree. My first ever playthrough also got fooled by the system. I just bought everything that I can with my resource, and I didn't know that my resources are only 3 for each character. So be careful on that. Make sure you think about what character are you going to build, what kind of ability do you want, before you ended up wasting resource and you cannot redo them. Alright, so our next stop, we're gonna go here. I thought we already marked it yesterday. I think we forgot. It's over here, right here. So we're just gonna go here, follow this road, and then we'll see 2 paths in the front, and we're gonna take the left one. There's another hyenas and a bird. We can ignore them for now because we kinda don't need anything from them. If you do guys haven't get enough predator bones, I would highly suggest, yeah, go for it. Oh yeah, one more thing, I forgot I have a plank shield. I don't really need this for now, so I'm gonna sell this later on. But for now, I think we still have a lot of storage for our backpack, so we just keep it for now. Alright, once you ended up in this way and you have this sign over here, East Montcalm Bandit Camp, be careful. In the right, it's called a bandit camp, so it's basically a place full of enemies, and if you got killed by them, there's a high chance you're gonna be sold as a slave. And my gosh, it's a long process to get home if you ended up dying because of them. So just stick to your left and then follow this wooden gate thing. Do not go near the bandit camp for now, which is right around here. We do gonna go there sometimes later in our playthrough once we are strong enough. Bunch of good loots, and actually it has literally the best backpack in the game. I'm not even kidding, and we'll get onto that as well. Okay, this is the Blizzard Burrow, which is the cave where Helen's wants us to go. Alright, let's get on it. So this is a starter dungeon, as you can tell, because this is the first quest we get. So you guys don't need to worry. As long as you guys play your cards right, we'll be fine. If you do die though, do not worry. This game has a really cool mechanic once you do die. There's a lot of different sequence or different scripted events when you die. You're gonna respawn in multiple areas with multiple story beats, I'd say. Sometimes you get into prison, sometimes you ended up in a cave. Anything could happen, and it's fine. It's an interesting story bits, and you can just escape from there, no problem. It's part of the game. It's an element that you have to go through. It's a cool mechanic, and do not be discouraged if you do die. And holy moly, we got a iron halberd over here, which is, if you guys do not have the fang weapon yet, I would highly suggest use this, but because we already have the fang weapon, we don't need it. We can sell it later for a decent chunk of gold, so take it for now. Take the bolt rack too, and a jerky. If you guys found a lot of rack in the game, that's basically applying buffs to your weapon, which is always good. But because we have a really good weapon right now, we don't even need a buff, because we already deal a lot of crazy damage anyway. Poke it once. Oh, he's scared. Let's chase it. Look at them. He's just running away, probably asking for backups. Alright. There we go. Look at how easy that is. Alright, so we have two ways over here, left and right. Let's go to the right first, because there's a pile over here that we can loot. Another outfit, tattered attire. A looter mask, which is probably we're gonna equip this because it looks better for me. A common shroom, another iron scrap, which okay to pick up, and a thick oil. Alrighty then, let's keep going. We do not want to venture too far in this dungeon though. There will be a lot of enemies. If you guys do overwhelm, don't forget you can use your lantern throw ability to basically guaranteed kill one of them. Oops, be careful on that one. You can always dodge after one attack. Okay, one died. Okay, so when I said about this thing has one, see that? Yep, the trusting moves. That one deals the most damage, so you gotta be careful. But as you can see, it's really easy to dodge it. You don't have to dodge, you can just move left or right. But be careful. In some cases, that thing will actually one-shot you. But it's fine. We got it. It's really easy to dodge anyway. Another cloth, we'll take that. Alright, so once we enter this part of the area, we can look to the right over here, where we meet those two troglodytes. And then we see this blue purplish stone over here, which is the mana stone. And remember, in our side quests, crystal powder, we need 4 mana stone to create 1 crystal powder. So make sure, do not forget to pick up the mining pick and then start mining the mana stone. Okay, that's 1, which is good. Let's continue it on. Through this door over here. We ended up going to circle this dungeon and then go back to the entrance, so it's okay, do not be afraid. Another one-handed axe over here, an arrow, a fire axe, and some wood. Okay, a blood mushroom. So you do want to pick this up, a blood mushroom. Also, when we do mine the mana stone, we got a gravel beetle. Gravel beetle with a blood mushroom will create you 1 life potion, which is always good. So keep in mind, you want to collect these 2 in particular. Okay, there's another troglodyte over there. Put the backpack down, then fight him slowly and steady. Oops, kind of bit too risky over there. Be careful, sometimes they do 2 attacks at once. And the charging attack is dangerous. It's okay. Just block or dodge. If you block, you won't take any damage, at least from a 2-handed weapon. Okay, so this one is a different type of troglodyte. This one will deal you magic damage and he can cast some spells, so you do want to be careful. Get out of his line of sight when you fight the other troglodytes, but once you do, you can just rush him. poke one hit in. Oops, we got hit a little bit, but it's fine. And then another one, 3, 4. He doesn't attack too much, he only do like a poke like that. But still, just go ahead and block. But once you get in range, it's fine. Like this. Poke, poke. Don't need to dodge, just strafe left and right. Yep, it looks easy, but once you get into this point, you probably have troubles if you're still new. So what I can recommend, if they do aggro you more than 2, you can just run around this dungeon and then get out of their line of sight and then de-aggro them and aggro them one by one. That's one way to easily kill them, but if you feel confident, if you already have the fang weapon, as long as you block and poke them once or twice, we should be fine. For the magic troglodyte, oh my god, it's so hard to pronounce them. Troglodyte. For the troglodyte, the magic one, you want to go to him as fast as you can. You want to get close, hit them several times, block his poke, and that's it. And there's another one over here. Alright, let's just keep the backpack on and just poke it like this. See? Really easy. Because we have an overpowered weapon. Alright. So, one tip for you guys as well. If you think this is a little bit more too overwhelming for you, you do not have to go to the right side of this dungeon. I just want to go here to check if we can find an extra goodies, which we clearly don't have to. So once you get the mana stone from that room with the 2 troglodytes, you can just go back to the main entrance over here, which we're gonna do right now. Oh, this is the way where we got the stone, right? Yeah. So after we got the stone over here, we can just go back here. We don't have to go that way. But if you do guys want some extra loot, go ahead. But for now, let's just go back here. And then follow this path. I believe there's a secret door over here that we need to put gem inside, but we do not have it right now. An aquamarine. I believe there's an aquamarine here. Soon enough, we're gonna find it. And if we do find that aquamarine, we can go back to that door. Alrighty then. Or we can also go that way. Let's see if we can get an aquamarine. I don't think so. We're gonna take every single thing here. But yeah, once you get into this part of the area, this door over here, be careful. There's some magic troglodytes. Bait this one first. Block. Hit once. Oops. See, like I said, we have to put down our backpack because if that happens, our dodge cannot save us. Oops, be careful. Okay, now for the magic one. This one is a different type of magic troglodytes. As you can see, he wears a big ass armor. So what you want to do, you just want to lure him a little bit here. You don't have to fight him yet. And then just run for it. Once he starts to cast those spells, go inside this door over here. And then you will see this red glowy big mushroom. It will say a mushroom shield. But this is actually the mushroom where Helen wants us to pick up. So with that being said, I don't think there's anything else we need here. So we're just gonna go back to our entrance for now. We do want to come back here later on once we get a better armor. But for now, because we're just wearing a normal attire, let's go back home. So as you can see, it's really easy. Unfortunately though, we're not managed to get 4 mana stone. We only get 1, and that's okay because we're going to a place where there's going to be a lot of mana stone later on. Oops, hold on, I'm getting a little bit lost here. Where am I? Is this the right way? Oh yeah, it is the right way. This green door over here. Yep, this will lead us out. So for the short version, you want to go in, go right and get the mana stone. After that, go back to the main entrance, go to the left, hug the right wall until you see an open door. There will be 2 troglodytes again, one wearing a really bulky armor. You can just run past him and then get the big red mushroom. and then head back out immediately after that. You do not have to fight him, even though you kinda can, because you already have a really pretty decent weapon for beginners at the beginning of the game. You can, but you don't have to, you don't want to risk it. Also, as you can see, I'm a little bit thirsty right now, so I'm just gonna drink a little bit of a water. Alrighty then. And now, let's go back to CSO. Just right around this path over here, just follow it the same way as we go in. Also, because we're using a spear right now, we do not need an execution skill anymore, so we can just remove it. If you do guys still using an axe or making a fang axe using a iron axe, that's also good, but I would not recommend it for people that's having trouble for the combat in this game, because if you're using an axe, you kinda need to go for like a closer combat. You don't have too much range, but with a spear it's really safe because how long this thing can poke and how fast it is too. Alright, let's go back to CSO and talk to Helen. Tell her we got the mushroom. Hello, Helen.
Greetings, friend.
I'm here about work.
Lend me your ear.
I found that rare mushroom you wanted.
You've earned this.
That's what I'm looking for. We got 70 silver. Alright.
I'll see you.
Thank you, Helen. And with that, we got an extra 70 gold, which makes us at 111. And with this money, we're going to buy some stuff. And let me tell you guys what to buy for beginners right now. First off, let's head to one of the traders.
Hey there.
Helen the alchemist. I want to buy. Let's sell our iron halberd that we found. This helmet that we're not gonna use anymore. The attire. You guys probably have a little bit more money depending on how lucky you are. If you do guys find a lot of rare items that you can sell right away, go ahead. Sell this, sell this. The food, we can keep the food. Why not? That's free food. We can sell the iron scrap. We can sell the rag. We have a lot of rag over here. Maybe we can save up like the fire one, but we're gonna sell the rest of it. Alright. And with that, we're gonna get an extra 65 gold. And we're going to buy, where is it? An alchemy kit. And let me tell you why this is so important. Alright, so what you want to do now is get to a random tree and collect some woods. Gather wood, like that. And then you guys want to go to the crafting tab and then put 3 woods like this, and we're gonna make a campfire kit. And what we want to do is select the campfire kit from your inventory, and then you can put it anywhere you want. You don't have to put it the same way as I do. Go ahead and put it wherever you are. And in order to light the campfire, we have to have a flint and steel, which it's on our house. Remember when we pick it up in the kitchen, so should have no problems for that. If you do missed it, you can go back to the house and get it, or buy it for like a cheap silver on the merchant over there. And then after we light the fire, we're gonna select the alchemy kit and then put it on top of the fire like this. After that, now we can make some potions or alchemy stuff. And for now, we're gonna make 1 blood mushroom and 1 gravel beetle. Like I said, these 2 recipes will give us a a health potion. I don't remember if I have to use water or not. I think I actually forgot. Let's just try like this. Okay, it's not. So apparently we need to use water. So do not follow me. Hold on. Let me get some. I think the alchemy sell another one of this beetle. So we have to use one water.
Hey there.
Let's see if she sell. Okay, she sell one for 15. Do not. I repeat, do not do the same thing as I did. But the recipe is actually one water, one blood mushroom, and then one gravel like this. Let me give you an example. There we go. And once we do craft it as well, we're gonna get the crafting ingredients right away. So yeah, do not forget the water, guys. Don't do it as the way as I am. And if you do guys don't have the gravel beetle, it's okay, we don't need it for now. But this life potion is pretty good. You can sell it for a decent chunks of silver, or you can keep it just in case you need it during combat. And for now, we're gonna assign this to number 5. So if we do need to heal, we can heal right away using the shortcut tab. Alright, once we're done with the alchemy kit, remember to disassemble it, bring it back to home, and then put off the fire as well. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. Once again, do not do what I did. Do not forget to add water before you use the ingredients. If you do not have the gravel beetle, it's okay too. We don't need it right now. So we still have 100 coins, and we do gonna spend the rest of the coins with the trainer over here, with Ito. We're going to buy the steady arm, which is increase our block, basically our block defense. It only costs 50, so you guys should probably have more than that if you play your cards correctly. After that, that's it. We got 2 passive buff. We can check it over here. We got fitness, maximum health, and steady arm. Really good to passive skill that you need to have. Alright, because this is already late night, not late night, it's 7 PM, but hey, let's get some rest. As you can see as well, on the bottom left, we have like a burn stamina. As you can see, our stamina is not full. A quarter has been lost. That means we are tired. We can reduce the tiredness by sleeping or by drinking like an energy drink or like a coffee or tea. But for now, let's just go to sleep and continue our journey in the morning. One more tip for you guys. So when you use your weapon or wearing clothes, you're gonna see this bar right here, the silver bar with a little bit of red. This is your durability. You can also see it here, 125 out of 175. If this durability goes down to 0, your weapon will break. So do not reach 0. Same goes to your outfit as well, your attire or armor or whatever it is. So make sure, be careful around this durability stuff. If you do run out of durability, what you want to do is you want to go to the bed, and then you probably want to go to sleep, right? And then there's a repair option here, and you want to spend some times, like maybe 3 hours or 2 hours, to repair your weapon. The middle one is called guard, ambush. But because we're sleeping inside a house and it's our house, so there's a 0 chance that an enemy will come and attack us. But if we do sleep in the wilds, out in the wild, using a tent or a bedroll, we're gonna have some ambush coming in. So we have to guard sometimes if we do not want to get ambushed in the middle of our sleep. But for now, I think this looks pretty good. And let's sleep and repair our gear a little bit. One thing about Fang weapon, it has a really small durability, so you gotta keep that in mind. That's the huge trade-off of the big damage. Alright, as you can see, our Fang Trident now has a 175 durability and all max durability for all of our attire and armor. One thing to note is going to be different for a lantern and a torch. torch, I believe, cannot be fixed, and you just have to make another one using using one wood and one linen cloth, which is really easy to come by. And once again, for the lantern, you just have to put your lantern and a thick oil, and you will refill it to max. But for now, let's put some stuff that we don't need. I don't think we need 2 water skins, so I'm just gonna put 1. You guys don't have to as well, probably. 1 steel. Oh, the cranberry juice, we're gonna sell this later. This wood, we don't need it for now. We don't need this for now. The salt as well. We do want to keep some cloth just in case we need some extra bandage. Firefly powder, travelation is also good because we might need some food along the way, but we do have a turnip potage over here. Jerky, mushrooms, bread. What else do we don't need? The plank sheet. Oh my god, I almost forgot I want to sell this. Alright. The jabberies, we don't need it as well. The alchemy kit, we don't need it for now, so let's just put it back in our stash so we can have an extra room. What else do we don't need? Oh, bullet. We don't need this bullet for a while because we do not have a gun. And yep, I think we're good to go. Make sure you do this every time you head out to go on a quest or adventure, because we're gonna need those extra inventory slots just in case you found something really good but really heavy. But for now, we're going to go for our main destination, which is we're gonna get some mana. Acquire mana. So in order to acquire mana, there is actually 2 ways on getting into it. There's the fastest way, but it's really risky, and there is the long way, like the slower way. The slower way is pretty hard too. It's not an easy task for beginners, but it's less riskier, but at the same time it still poses a pretty good challenge for you. So for now, I would recommend go for the fastest but risky way, because there's one thing we can actually exploit. Not technically exploit, but we will get help from another NPC. So our goal now is we're going to the Conflux mountain, which is where the alchemist girl told us to go. But we want to go around here, over here, I think. Around this area over here. So for now, let's walk it out. To navigate in this game, it's pretty easy. Just look at the road you're starting with, and if you do see like a different path, just pick left or right and you should be good. They mark it like dots over here, so it's easier for us to read the map. Okay, so we get our first 2 roads over here, the split roads. We're gonna go for the right one. You can also read the signs here if you do need it, but we do not need it for now. We go to the right. Keep following the road until we reach like another split over here, and then we go to the we can go to the right or we can go to the left. I forgot, it's either this area or this area. It's either those 2. So for the safest way, we're just gonna go right and then circle it like this. Oh, there's a hollow chunk over here. And look at that, we got another weapons here and an attire, also a bedroll, which we do not need for now. We just slept, so we do not need it for now. We do know there's a bedroll over there just in case we need to sleep later on or take a rest. But yeah, so for now, looking pretty good. We can already see the mountain over there. It's really big. You don't want to go into the top of it for now. There is a secret items over there that's basically useless for now. It's a rusted sword that you can repair into basically one of the unique weapons in the game. But it's guarded by a mantis, and well, it's not worth it for now. We're gonna go back here anyway later on in the game. So for now we can skip that. And now we're here. We got the split road left or right, and we're gonna go for the right one. And then just follow the road until you see like a flag and a dungeon, like a dungeon entrance. Just keep looking to your left, hug the left wall, circle the mountain, and you should be fine. If you do found like an enemy or getting ambushed by a hyenas or an enemy, you can go ahead and take a break, put your backpack down, and fight them, or you can just run. Fighting enemies in this game will give you nothing but items. It won't level up your character, it won't give you experience, it's just gonna drop loot. And sometimes the loot is worth it, sometimes it's not. Hyenas will always only drop 3 items though. It's only gonna drop a predator bones, a meat, and the hide. Also, would you look at that? There is a bandit and a hyena with an armor, if you can see over there. And for now, we can tackle them for sure. We have a good weapon, but they do deal quite a bit of a damage, and because that's 2 of them, and one of them is a hyena and one of them is a bandit, for beginners that doesn't understand how to combat too well for now, I would highly suggest just be stealthy and go around them. We do not want this fight. Alright, just play it safe. If they do notice you, you can always run as usual. Hide behind a tree or behind that rock over there, the mountain. Use your terrain and you should be good. Alright, we're actually here, so it's around this area, not this area. Alright, so if we look to the left, we're gonna see like a flag, like I mentioned before, and a dungeon entrance. So we want to enter this area over here. Enter Holy Mission Conflux path. This is probably one of the most dangerous path we're gonna take in this playthrough for now, so be wary. It's not hard at all. You don't even need to do any combat actually. You just have to play it a little bit more careful in this one. So what you want to do now, loot this area first. There's a little bit of a crafting. You can read it right away. A blessed potion, which we're gonna take as well. We're gonna take everything. There is a bedroll, I think. Oh no, it's a primitive satchel with nothing. We don't need it. Okay, so this is one of the most important part in this dungeon. We gotta talk to this guy, Zephyrian.
What you need?
Well, a visitor. Careful around this place. It's full of nasty troglodytes. If you want to get to the heart of the mountain, this is probably the quickest way, but also the most dangerous.
Listen up!
If you want to go ahead, I'll give you a hand. I'll watch your back, Champion Sonner. So what you want to do here, make sure you have nothing in your pocket. You can have something, but at least have like a 3 slots at least. So make sure it's around 6 or 7, because we're gonna unequip our trident, because it's kind of dark over there. But it's not really necessary. But you just wanna assign the torch into like like this, because we need some lights. And then what we want to do is we want to go inside. We're gonna aggro some of the enemies around here, which is a mantis and a troglodytes, and then we're gonna wanna stay away from the fight. We wanna bait one of them, like probably this mantis or the troglodytes, so we can buy some times, so this guy can kill everything. And look at this guy. Look at how much damage he does. He can basically kill every single enemy inside this dungeon alone. We do not need to fight any of these enemies. We just have to give some time, give some space, so that this chat of a guy can kill everything. And voila, one mantis is down already. And then there's the troglodyte. Look at him go. And with that, we just play time here. We do want to unequip our backpack just in case we need to dodge roll. And that's it. So if you guys want to play it a little bit more carefully, this guy will actually regenerate his own health slowly. So at this point, once he beat one mantis and one troglodyte, if his HP is below 50%, you want him to stay down, like chill down a little bit until he get like into almost maximum health, so just to be safe. But if he's still on like a quarter health like this, he should be okay. And let's just go right back in here and aggro another mantis that is sleeping over there. Be careful, you don't want to go too far, so you do not aggro every single one of the enemy. And once again, we just have to circle this place and wait till this guy destroy the absolute heck out of that mantis. See? It's not really that hard, but if you blunder by going in a little bit too far, sometimes you can aggro two of the the mantis at the same time, which can be a troublesome for this guy. If the both mantis do aggro you and the mantis ended up aggroing the NPC, try your best to get one of the attention, because there's a chance that he might not make it by trying to kill two of this thing at the same time. But for now, he's looking really good. And let's go. There's like 4 ways we can go here, so we're just gonna go to all of them one by one. First one is here. I believe there is something here. Yeah, there's another troglodytes. There's 2 of them here. We also do not have to fight them at all. Just bait them here and let the chat kill every single one of the enemy inside this place. Also, let's pick up our backpack. As long as the mantis is dead, I think we should be fine. Kill it for me. Thank you, kind sir. Alright, let's watch this guy fight this troglodyte like it's nothing. If you do want to fight, go ahead. You can help him a little bit. This guy is a tougher version of the normal troglodytes though, so you do want to be careful. If you're not confident enough with your combat, you do not want to fight this guy, because look at him. He has so much armor. Let's just give this guy some space and let them fight. Oh, I guess the troglodyte really wants me, huh? It's okay. Help me, chat guy. And there we go. And there's the coins. We're gonna take that as well. We can also loot the mantis, and we have a small chance of him to drop another mana stone, which what we need. Another insect husk and an ochre spice beetle. We need this to create a tea. I'm gonna explain that a little bit more later. And we get another mana stone. How lucky we are. That's really good. And then let's keep going. So at this point we already have 3, so we only need 1 more to make the crystal powder, so we can get an extra money. And there's another blood mushroom over here. Don't forget to pick it up. This area has been cleared, and as you can see, there's a lever here. There's like a 3 or 4 levers that you have to activate, but this is the first one, so just activate it like this and then loot this pile. Let's see what we have. An attire, a fangret sword, what's it called, crafting recipe, read it, linen cloth, the oil, okay. And now let's move on to the second path, which is just right around here. And I think there's another enemy waiting for us. Yup, another one, an armored troglodytes, and a green one, which is a poisonous one. Once again, we do not have to fight it. Let's call chat and tell that we need his help once again. Help me! Let's just block and let's see chat do all the heavyweight lifting. Just play it carefully and slowly like this. We should be fine. Let's give him a little bit of help. Alright. See how easy that is? Yep. This, once again, this look kinda easy, but there's a chance you might aggro every single one of the enemy inside this cave if you're not careful enough. So be mindful on that, but if you do play your cards right or follow my steps really carefully, this what should happen. Really easy, we don't need to fight anything. Alright, as we can see here, another junk pile, which is really awesome. A potion recipe, a food, a rag, and 2 blood mushroom, and another lever that we need to activate. And that's it. I don't think there's anything else. There's a star mushroom, which is kinda cool. We can make a astral potion, which will increase our mana. Not increase, I mean restore our mana. So just pick that up if you do found a star mushroom. But we do not need it for now. But go ahead and pick it up either way. Alright, let's check these things out. This is like a trophy stone or something. It belongs to the holy faction. We can't do anything about it. It's cool to see it's there. But for now, let's continue on this way. Oh, there's another troglodyte. We aggro. There's 2. Okay, help us. This is a normal troglodyte, so we can maybe help him a little bit. Maybe this time we fight a little bit for him, because we basically kill everything for now. Oops, one hit in, be careful, play it slow. Alright, we can take the finish. Oh my god, he's awful. he missed 3 attacks in a row. My god. It's okay though, we love chat. He's such a chat. Thank you so much. Let's go back to this path, this cave over here. There's another lever over here that we need to activate. And then there's another star mushroom over here if you want to take it. We can also sell it for a little bit of money. And there will be... Is there some mana stone? Oh yeah, this is another mana stone. So just mine it. And now we have 4, which is enough. If you don't have like the mantis drop, I think there's a lot of a mana deposit later on as well. Okay, this guy is using a freaking staff, so let's try to bait him here so our chat can also help us kill it if he wants to go here. I don't think he wants to go here. Does he? No? I mean, we can fight this guy on our own, so let's just go ahead and do that, I guess. Oops, be careful. Oop, I got hit. It's okay, he's just gonna apply a little bit of a debuff, but it doesn't matter. And just spamming left click, we should be able to get him. And he dropped another mana stone. Great. You do want to be careful if you have like a negative status effect over here. You can also check this part of your menu, and then you can see what negative effect you're having, which is a confusion, reduce our impact resistance, and pain, which is reduce our physical resistance. So be careful on that. If you do have this debuff, make sure you get out of fight quickly. Do not aggro anything for now. So once again, we got a lot of goodies. Take everything. And I believe that's it. No more levers. Yep, I think so. I don't think there's another lever over here. So this is we're gonna go to the Conflux chamber by going here, but we do not want to go there for now. We do want to go here, this way, and as you can see, there's another mantis over here. Before we get into that, we want to go back up and then let chat do the business as usual. Alright, chat, help us. I'm just gonna call him chat. His name is really hard to pronounce. He's stuck and it's okay. Chat, we have an enemy for you. Let's wait for the mantis to aggro him. Okay. Come on, Mantis. Chat is after you. Alright. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Kill him, chat. Alright, so since the aggro is on chat right now, we can just continue it on. So, back to the topic. If you guys really unlucky and did not get any mana stone drop, there's a lot of mana stone deposit area over here. So make sure just to get every single one of them. Another junk pile here. Oh, there's another garb here that looks kind of cool, so we're just gonna equip that right away. At this area, like the beginning or Ciezo, you do not need a really good armor, so just use anything that look cool. That's the best thing I can say. Just enjoy the game, use whatever you want. Another chest over here. There's a saber, which is a really good one-handed weapon. Look at how much damage that is. But once again, this is all optional. And you know, I feel kind of bad because this chest over here actually give us a lot of good stuff. This saber is like really good, and this one is okay, but there's a cooking pot over here which is cost quite a bit if you want to buy it. Cooking pot basically works the same way as an alchemy kit does, but this one allow us to cook food, like make rations and stuff. So we're just gonna pick that up for now. And we got an occult remains, which is really hard to come by for beginners, but this is very lucky. So I'm not gonna use that because some of you that play this game probably not gonna have that right away at the beginning. But as you can see now, we are full. We have over 10 weights, so we cannot walk too fast right now because we're heavy. So what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna use the attire to create more cloth, so we can reduce its weight as well. Oh, we have 2 of it. Okay. And with that, we're at 51, but we're still way too heavy, so I'm just gonna drop this trident, the troglodyte trident, and then that's it. Get another mana stone. Okay, now we can drink some water too. If you do guys ended up having the steel saber or get the same drop as I did, feel free to use this because it's actually really good. It deals quite decent amount of damage for beginners, for early games, but definitely we do not need it since we already have a fang weapon anyway. You do want to check out on the mantis that he just killed, and of course it drops another mana stone. We already have 9, which is double what we need. That's crazy good. Alright, for now let's continue on to the Conflux chamber. What a journey, and how smooth it is. It's kind of crazy. If you guys play it on your own, it might not go as smoothly as my playthrough are. Some of you guys probably gonna die and ended up in some cave, but that is completely okay. You can always go get out of the cave and then find your way back to Ciezo and prepare yourself for another journey, a better one, a new one. So we do not want to go here. This is basically will redirect us to another side of the dungeon of this place. What we wanna do is just go down here. Do not go to the right side. There's a few enemies, I believe. Just follow this bridge path over here. There's a dead body over here that we can loot, and there's an iron sword, pretty cool. We get a lot of food and greasy fern, which is okay. We're just gonna take it for now. So we're overweight again, so like I said in the beginning, before we go out, we want to make sure we have a lot of capacity for our inventory because this kind of stuff happen often. So for now, I'm just gonna drop this plank shield because it won't give us a lot of money anyway. Do not go to the right side of this path because if you do go here, there's actually a mini boss that we definitely not ready for. So just go here, and now we have arrived into the center of the mountain. And we can talk to Fifth Watcher.
Welcome.
Welcome, bow your
Bow
head
your
in
head
respect, for you have come to an end of a ley line.
End of a ley
The place where the very world itself will pour its power to you if you make room for it. To open yourself to the mana is to open yourself to the flow of our world. To use magic is to command the world to obey your desire. Master magic and you master the flow that echoes through us all. If you're prepared to sacrifice some of yourself for it and you are prepared to miss many nights of sleep, we welcome you. May the power of mana lead you on the road to success. Okay, so before we do that, there is a merchant over here that we want to sell some of our stuff. And this is really important, but if you do using my playthrough and do everything according smoothly, like going smoothly, you probably ended up with a lot of loot like I did. And what do you want to do here? You at least have to have 50 silver. So if you do not have 50 silver for now, like you have like a 10 or none, go talk to this guy.
Feel free to use
I
one
want
of
to
our
buy
boats
something
return
and
to the
sell
surface.
every single stuff you just get that you do not want, like this weapon over here. You just want to sell it like this. Sell the stuff that you do not need, the insect husk. You can also sell the star mushroom for now because we do not need it. You can sell the rags, we do not need it. Hex cleaner, blast potion, we don't need for now. This one as well. And as you can see, we already have 86 gold just by selling our stuff. I do not want to sell the saber though, because this is a lucky drop and some of you guys probably not gonna have this, and this one gives you 60 silver right off the bat. So for now I'm not gonna sell it so I can level with you guys and then sell whatever else that we do pick up that will be similar to you. And then that's it. We want some gold. Make sure we have 50 like I said. And then we're gonna talk to this guy. So, you have come. I sensed that someone who had the potential for magic was on their way.
If you wish to gain magic,
I'm sorry, if you wish to gain magic, you must sacrifice health and stamina. Okay.
be careful how much of your life.
Be careful, because once you have traded it with mana, you can never get it back.
The first time you gain mana,
You will gain your first spell, the Spark. It may seem small and weak, but when combined with other spells or component, it can produce powerful effects. Okay, so we're gonna step here and then interact. So this is really important. Whatever you do here is permanent and irreversible. So let's say if you're carelessly putting +5 or 10, you're gonna lose a lot of health and stamina and getting 200 mana. But for beginners or for early game, we do not need a lot of mana. 40 is more than enough. If you really want to make a magic focused build, go ahead, go for 3, but that's it. The maximum number I would highly recommend for newer players is only 3, because more than 3 is kinda useless for now, and it's just gonna nerf our character, especially our stamina. So for a hybrid build between physical and magic, we're just gonna add 2 for now. We can always come back here later on in the game, and there will be another way to get mana channeling in different cities and places. This is just one of the ways we can get mana. So let's just put 2. Once applied, these changes will be permanent. Do you want to proceed? Yes, I do. And then we have our first ability, which is Spark, and I'm gonna equip it right here. So if you use Spark right now, it basically does nothing. It deals almost to no damage. It does nothing, it doesn't give you any benefit, but we can combine it with something else later, and I'm gonna explain it. Do not worry. Now that mana flows through your veins, I can teach you a new spell. Welcome you as a mage. And now we have 2 important options. Fire Sigil or Reveal Soul. This is really important, but never, ever, ever go for Fire Sigil, because right now it is completely useless. You will only use the Fire Sigil later on mid to end game, and we do not have any equipment to cast a fire sigil anyway. We need a firestone in order to do so, and it's a little bit hard to come by at the beginning of the game. So if you do choose a fire sigil, you basically gain nothing. You get no spell at all because you basically cannot use it at all. So you want to choose the reveal souls, and the reveal souls is one of probably the most important magic you can get. You will use this from the beginning of the game up into the end game or even into the DLC area. It's just infinitely better. So always go for reveal soul. There is literally zero reason for you to go for fire sigil. Alright, we get a reveal soul now. We can also go down using this way, I believe. There's another way down. Yep. And there's a camp settlement over here. This is like for people that use magic and mana.
Perfect.
This is the guy that helped us earlier. I've always enjoyed coming here. You can really feel the hum of mana. Okay. As you can see, our lantern is also almost out. So what we're gonna do, put lantern and then put an oil. And it's going back to full. We can sleep here if we want to, I believe. We can use the bed. Nope. But there's a bedroll over here we can use. And we can talk to this guy, second watcher.
Magic is the weapon.
Magic is the weapon of patience warrior. You cannot charge into danger unless spells as you please. You must plan your attacks and bring enemies into a fight. That is to your advantage. Never forget that spell must be used in the right combination. We can select the second one. I want to train with you. I can teach you to gain mastery of the cold. A boon of cool will allow you to resist the cold and frost. So this is a decent skill to have at the beginning. If you do have an extra money to spend, I would probably say yeah, go ahead, because it will help you with cold. So if you do ended up in a cold situation, you can use this to give you a little bit of a cold resistance. And Siezo is one of the region in this area that will also snow later on in the game. So if it ended up snowing, if you do have this boon of cool, you do not have to worry about it. It will also increase magic damage, so whatever you do with magic, whether it's a coating in your weapon, you will deal an extra ice magic. So yeah, this one is completely up to you. For me, yeah, you know what, I will get this ability, but this is unnecessary. If you do have the money, go ahead. Okay, we can also talk to this guy. This guy will explain to you a little bit about magic. What is actually mana?
Mana is the energy that flows through all things.
Basically, he's gonna give you a little bit of a tutorial on how mana things will work, but I'm gonna explain it to you anyway. So, in order to restore mana, there's currently 3 ways you can do. By using an astral potion, you can buy it in alchemy, or you can craft it on your own using the star that we just sell. Or you can sleep. It will also replenish your mana. And there's a turnip here, let me take it. And one more thing, we can use our reveal soul ability that we just get, we're gonna put it here for now. I'm gonna explain it in detail in the next playthrough, and I'm gonna give you an example on how to do it as well. But do be careful. If you want to replenish your mana by sleeping, you will burn your mana. Burnt mana is basically work the same as the stamina case we have before. We basically cannot use a portion of our stamina bar, and also same goes with our mana bar. So if you do want to sleep, just be careful, your mana is gonna get burned, and the only way to cure that is by using the seaweed we've been collecting since early game. So for now, we're just gonna go back using this boat over here to Chersonese. And once you get out of this boat, you're probably gonna be a little bit confused on where you are. Okay, so we're here on the beach. For when you get out of here, I think you're probably gonna think or suggest we're probably gonna be around here, right? But actually we are around here. We're actually down here. And we want to be really careful because there is a Fendival fortress over here. This is a bad guy fortress, and if you ended up getting caught or killed by them, you're gonna be enslaved, and it's going to be a long story on how to escape this fortress. It's gonna be tough, gonna be hard, so do your best to avoid any confrontation around this area. There will be a lot of bandits, a lot of enemies. Basically the game kinda wants you to die here, so you can experience one of the scenario where you die to the bandit and then being enslaved inside this fortress. But if you do be careful, you can just sneak past by those bandits over here, and we can go back to the main way, walk back here and then back to Ciezo. But we're gonna do that in the next part of this series, because it's already been how long? But yeah, that's for now. So for the recap, we managed to get the fungus, we managed to get 4 mana stone, we got 9 actually, which we're gonna go back to Ciezo and make some crystal powder. Also we got a mana, so now we can use magic. And that's it for today, guys. We'll see you in the next part. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great day.